one here of these heroes being released.
You know, it's a cool concept. We always talk about glass cannons, heroes that are very fragile but have a ton of damage. But she's quite the opposite. She's got a lot of healing, but she's quite fragile herself.
Yeah,
but wow, next draft's already ready.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole dynamic here, and that's why these drafts matter so much. Third game. Dignitas versus Navi. Navi just one win away from being the EU champions, and they say, let's go out in style, bringing out that Abathur as a very first pick.
You can see how happy they are about that too. I mean, Abathur's so powerful. He has the split soak. You can place mines all around the Immortals to provide so much control on this battlefield. And it's just a very versatile hero.
And actually, you can even go into, one of those toxicness builds here where you buff them a lot potentially to try and do as many damage with this toxicness as possible. It is going to make it very hard for the opponents, you know, to, I guess, even know where they are and play properly against this. Because if you keep walking into these, you're going to take a lot of damage, be slowed down, and be revealed to where you are here against your opponents.
So yeah, Abathur is a really strong hero on Battlefield of Eternity overall. As you said, guys, the ability to spawn those toxicness, to be present everywhere, to split soak, to enhance especially melee assassins here, really, really good.
This is a denial play. Navi has been running Murd and Kael'thas so frequently in this tournament, and by swapping this up, taking this away, this is so very intelligent, and I think it'll work very well for Dignitas.
They might need to continue, maybe even go as far as taking Tyrande as well, but Jaina and Johanna I think were left available potentially to pair up with an Abathur with Ultimate Evolution potentially down the line.
Yeah, I mean, the denial play definitely something that you have to consider, but once you do that, you are going to leave these other choices open. We'll see if Navi jumps right on top of that, or if they want to try to wait and, you know, see what's going on. Okay, Uther was also left open because that Zeratul was banned this time.
Yeah.
Still don't want to deal with it. And then the Kerrigan, I mean, you take the Uther, you combo with the Kerrigan.
That has to be a Kerrigan stream. I mean, getting that additional support from Abathur and Uther, you know, Divine Shield at the Symbias, it's pretty much an unstoppable force, especially if you use it on Alex the Prodigy, who has been really doing well here.
Could have done well as well with an Illidan, but in this case, there is already Muradin and Kael'thas, so I think using it with a Kerrigan makes more sense in this case.
Absolutely. And there's that Jaina ban. Dignitas said, all right, well, you decide not to pick it up. We're definitely going to take that away from you. I mean, I'm sure Navi's still not too disappointed given what they've got. And then that Tyrael being denied out of Dignitas.
Are they trying to prevent sanctification?
That's exactly what I wanted to say, Todd. That sanctification ban, really incredibly useful. Not only does it make heroes invulnerable, but it also denies any form of crowd control. Not a very strong component here for the Kerrigan.
Ooh, okay, yeah, so taking that away, I mean, sure, Dignitas still has some options, but sanctification, of course, that AoE is what's really great about that. You can deny a whole team fight from the enemy. So Dignitas, maybe they'll have to roll their brains a little bit more here.
They got to be looking at Johanna. Johanna pairs so well with Kerrigan, but against Kerrigan because of the blind that you can provide with Shield Glare. We see Arthas. This could very well be a triple warrior composition.
Okay.
This is the second time, actually, that Dignitas, they've prioritized Arthas here over Johanna.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's trying. I mean, Arthas rising back up here in this competition. Of course, after the first game, Navi succeeding very well with that Arthas. The Kharazim is back though. Bakery's Kharazim is here. Kerrigan, try to burst people down. That Divine Palm is waiting for you.
And I'm really happy to see that Kharazim on Bakery finally. That is a sign potentially. You know, rallying his team around him, landing those Divine Palms when it's needed against that Kerrigan and Uther engage. And with the Butcher, all the more reason to go for Divine Palm.
What did I tell you? We might be seeing here teams starting to get fancy here after being up a few games. Navi, they're unbeatable. They haven't lost a map yet. They go up 2-0 in a best of 5. And they go for Butcher plus Kerrigan here.
I mean, is that a little too crazy, though?
Well, so Cognitive in NA, they actually did Butcher Illidan to great success. So this is actually a really cool different take. That aggression they can provide. The ruthless onslaught with Butcher charging in. Kerrigan diving forward with the combo. And Falstad for the Mighty Gun.
We're never seeing it again! The Butcher and Falstad come back, and Navi perhaps drafting a little bit for the fans here as we watch the possibly last game of this tournament.
And this is a no warrior composition. That is so very uncommon.
Yeah, Navi is pretty much saying, screw the meta, we're not dealing with this. I mean, who needs warriors? This is something I've personally never seen in Europe before.
So we can fully expect here, Lamb to the Slaughter, Mighty Gust.
Yep.
Ultralisk?
You know what?
Go all out crazy there. I mean, probably not that far. But yeah, I mean, even the Lamb to the Slaughter Mighty Gust combo right there, that's something we saw earlier this weekend. But even after seeing it once, earlier in the evening, we were like, well, yeah, we probably still don't really expect it. I mean, you can't really ban against that. You can't really pick against that. But here it is, coming back up in the third game of the final on Battlefield of Eternity. Na'Vi, one game away from being the EU champions. Dignitas fighting for their lives with Bakery on that Kerosene as we prepare for what could be match point here. Let's find out what another special guest here in the Ultra Arena has to say about this draft.
Thank you, and I am here with Sport Billy from Team Rocket. And what do you think of this draft?
Yeah, Na'Vi drafted a really aggressive comp with Abator as a split soaker on this map, which is really good, I think. And Team Dignitas drafted more of a stable comp with heroes that have a lot of HP later on. So I think it will be a great match, and Na'Vi probably will try to abuse every single mistake from Team Dignitas, and yeah.
So it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see this, and back to you, Groby and Kalaris.
All right, let's get into it. Game number 3. What a draft we are seeing out of Na'Vi here. This is pretty much unprecedented. Of course, we have seen warriorless combinations with Illidan as the kind of compensatory factor for that, but Kerrigan Butcher, this is going to be explosive.
Yeah, normally you see it with double support and Abathur, who can be counted as a support, triple. Now we've got a single support plus Abathur and 3 assassins. That's crazy.
This is going to be scary. How will Dignitas play against this? Because right now, they are certainly up against the wall. It's going to be Battlefield of Eternity here to see if Na'Vi can complete the flawless run here in the European Championship. As we have, spawning to the left-hand side, it's do or die for them. As we have Team Dignitas to the left, it is Zarmany on Arthas, Arthuro on Muradin, Bakery on Karazim, Snitch on Nazebo, and finally ADRD on Kael'thas. And then to the right-hand side here, we have the nigh on invincible Na'Vi with Eternal going to be playing Falstad, Shrimpy on Arthas, we have Splendor on Uther, Alex the Pro G playing Kerrigan, and finally up towards the top, it's JPL on the Butcher.
All right, wow, there's some very interesting talent choices already. Butcher went for Vittles, the self-healing talents from minion drops. We've got Kerrigan not going for siphoning impact, but actually going for block for a little bit more self-sustain. Falstad, seasoned marksman to maximize his damage. I mean, this was a very lethal composition already. Yeah. And finally, Abathur with the Nest talent, 75% more damage over time. Yeah. Instead of getting something like Spike Burst or... This is crazy, such a lethal team.
This is the pocket strat of all pocket strats here in this tournament for Na'Vi at the moment. And it makes sense, right? Kerrigan taking block, giving herself a bit more sustain without having a warrior there. And also Abathur being able to not only soak lanes on this map, but also if he's going to go for the Toxic Nest build, it's going to stop their opponent's movement so healthily across a map where there is so much movement.
Yeah, I think we'll see Abathur picking up Prolific Dispersal for 2 more charges of Toxic Nest and cooldown reduction of 2 seconds for every charge, as well as Vile Nest at level 7, where you can get a 50% slow for 4 seconds on any intrepid adventurer who accidentally steps on the nest.
And perfect synergy with these warriors that want to slow their opponents down, want to get on top of them very, very quickly. So now Dignitas here are going to have to play this game out so carefully. And already the charge goes down on towards Snitch. Will he be blown up in time? Yes, he will. That is first blood here for Na'Vi. And they already start things off with a bang.
And that's the power of Butcher Falstad, which they exhibited earlier on in this tournament in the group phase on that first game against Dignitas on Blackheart Bay. Falstad suddenly joining up with a Butcher who starts his charge and easily able to take someone down just like that.
All right, well, still have to be very careful. Still the 4-man down towards the bottom here with Shrimpy's little minions being able to help out down towards the bottom. I can't believe I've forgotten the name of those, considering how much StarCraft I cast in my time. Locusts, there you go. As JPL also going to move down. You can already see the Toxic Nest being distributed across the entire middle of this battlefield. Really annoying Dignitas here. Arthur has already been hit twice.
Yeah, you see that little poison damage he's taking. That's Abathur's doing with that upgrade.
Knocks him off his mount as well here. So it's going to be very, very irritating here for Dignitas to move between these locations. There goes the stun on towards JPL for now.
There's no better map than than this map for that build on Abathur. Now going in on Dignitas.
Gonna blow him up very, very quickly there. Alex the Prodigy really wants to get out of that kind of tense situation. There's the charge on there from Radiant Dash from Bakery, getting themselves the kill on towards Kerrigan. 1-for-1 at the moment, but Harmony's very, very low. Bakery's trying to help him out. The Nest is actually able to pick up the kill. Oh, and it's going to end up going down as well. Navi, 4-for-1 at the moment in this game. Way forward, such aggression on towards Snitch. Infernal gets healed there from Uther. They pick up the kill. He's going to end up going down as well, though, from the Living Bomb. He does a little dance.
Oh, now you're just showing off.
That was brilliant stuff. Such aggression, such aggressive moves there to fly straight forwards. The sacrifice from him, but it's still 5-2 kills.
Now, and Venom coming out here on the Butcher. We do have that prolific dispersal on Abathur, locking down the Kerrigan here with the numbing, with the blast from Zarmony there.
Yeah, on that Howling Blast, very nice. But as you said, prolific dispersal is here, so this Toxic Nest build is very, very brutal. And the double Envenom out from Kerrigan and from Butcher, going to blow people up as Kale Pass ends up getting taken down towards the left-hand side. It's going to be up to Dignitas now to try and disengage from this. There goes the combination on towards Zarmony, going to slow him down as well. And he is going to end up falling. Now B is absolutely tearing this series apart so far.
7 takedowns already in 3.5 minutes of game time.
And there is the Immortal now having to change positions. And as this fight's going on, almost a full level lead here for Na'Vi. Dignitas, it must be feeling the pressure. They must be crumbling in the mind, but they cannot let it get to them because they have to somehow, some way bring themselves back from a sticky situation.
Now, Na'Vi is behind schedule. They had 1 takedown for every half minute in the game. And we already have 30 seconds more pass. Where are the takedowns, Na'Vi? I suspect it might be coming soon. They can all cluster to the top here because it's up to Schwimpy. He can use that ability on Abathur, Symbiote. He can merge with one of the minions in the bottom lane, and anything that dies near it will still soak experience. There with the sweeping grass behind the gate.
Oh, double Envenom was going down on towards Snitch there as well. He doesn't manage to die though, so that's actually really good there for Dignitas to try and keep him alive, trying to delay this Immortal from doing too much, but still, while all this is going on, Abathur is positioned down towards the bottom, soaking some experience. So really good positioning by them, a full level lead at the moment, and the Immortal still hasn't taken any health damage.
Butcher with the flank on ADRD kill, getting deleted.
And Bakery might be in trouble as well. Radiant dashes out there on towards minions. Alex the Prodigy getting pressured here by Athero. He jumped forwards. JPL is trying to get on towards Zarmony. He manages to get away. Great zombie wall there from Stitch to slow him down.
Abathur's support proving to be enough to keep the Butcher alive there as he gets himself out of here and extricates himself from that danger. With Abathur's body here and soaking experience, he was fully able to support his team with that symbiote on the Heralds, giving additional abilities like Spike Burst and Stab, and that so important Carapace that actually ended up saving both Kerrigan and the Butcher.
Level and a bit advantage here at the moment. Level 7's coming in as we've seen Nazebo picking up the Toad Affinity, so he will later on be going for Toads of Hugeness here. So kind of the standard build that we're seeing at the moment coming out of Nazebo's, where it used to be Gibbin and other talents really to give him more survivability. It's all about the damage now.
Yeah, you've got 2 builds here. You've got the poke build with the Gibbin and the leaping spiders. That's great when an enemy doesn't want to fight, but you can just have your enemy run into your Toads every single time with the comp that Na'Vi has. So those Toads are going to do guaranteed cooldown reduction and extra damage.
And they can try to take their hard camp now, realizing that the bruisers over on the other side have been taken there for Dignitas. Sometimes you see these timed out with as the Immortal's going to pop, but down towards the bottom, they are looking to put on pressure with the bruiser camp themselves here at Dignitas to get some experience back wherever they can.
And they can't do too much here. They've got to be careful. There's always this 4-man rotation. Schwimpy, he's shown some excellent play with Abathur earlier on when they saved themselves with a 4% core. He's so good on that Abathur, and he's giving so much experience for his team here that he doesn't even need to be at the top lane in the map. He's getting experience there, and level 10 is getting really, really near. Keep in mind, Kerrigan can pull anyone from behind the gate.
Also, with it being level 10, there's going to be the stun straight on towards Athero. He's the target they don't want to take. 3-man Howling Blast. Zarmony can't follow it up.
Lamp to the slaughter and Mighty Gust. We've seen this combination before. It is so cool. Butcher locks down someone with the Lamp to the slaughter, and Mighty Gust pushes everyone else away. Yeah. That's the plan, at least.
Yeah, exactly. We saw the potential of it against Dignitas in the previous series, but we didn't really get to see it fully executed because Na'Vi was in so much control anyway. Also, Ultimate Evolution here from Abathur. You can sometimes see double Butchers coming down. There's Lamp to the slaughter already going down. They're looking to put some pressure onto ADRD. No Gust just yet. Combination goes down onto Athero. He needs needs to get away. There's the zombie wall, doesn't even catch them. That was an attempt there from Navy, but good disengage by Dignitas.
Excellent positioning by Dignitas. Lamb to the Slaughter came down, and there's a small delay where it chooses a target to lock down. They thought it went on Kel'Thas, and they followed up with full confidence that he was locked down with that Butcher. But it was actually on Arthas, and he was able to run away as he's much tankier than Kel'Thas. So they used a lot of bravura there, a lot of flashy firepower, but they didn't get anyone. Now Dignitas is getting closer and closer to level 10, but still cannot contest this Immortal.
Oh, and at the moment, this is almost going to be a full shield Immortal. That's a good Flame Strike hitting quite a few of them. Also, the Gravity Lapse Gust comes out, though. They just want to finish the Immortal and disengage here. Also, Ultimate Evolution has been used to slow their opponents down so that they can disengage. Really good potential there by Abathur.
Yeah, that was a great move by Shwimpy there, making sure that none of the more valuable allies would die. But keep in mind, even the death of an Ultimate Evolution, which is a 20-second short-term copy of one of the allied heroes, will still net 1/4 of a hero's XP. When you also count the fact that Dignitas is lower level, that's a little bit more even than the usual 1/4, as there is a kind of comeback bonus experience for killing higher level heroes. So they are level 10 now, and they can start to show their own teeth here.
Here comes the pressure being put on Dignitas, as you say. They have Army of the Dead Avatar. We have also Phoenix, Gargantuan, and Divine Palm being picked up for them at level 10. Was JPL, look at his positioning right now. Down towards the bottom, he is looking for the flank here. They've got to be very, very careful. Where is JPL at the moment? Do they spot him? No, they don't. There goes Lamb to the Slaughter. They're going to try and go on to Stitch very, very quickly here. There's the Gust as well. They're going to be able to blow him up. Stasis Divine Palm goes on towards him, and they're still going to be able to bring him down there. At the same time, though, we saw Kerrigan end up falling. There's big AoE damage being done. Splendor as well as JPL want to back off on here. They don't think that they've got enough power behind them to try and follow up for extra kills. Shrimpy! And now we're going to be able to catch hold towards JPL there with the Howling Blast. Shrimpy, though, still at the front, trying to tank, allow the disengage once again.
Shwimpy with such an excellent decision, copying Uther in this fight here, saving Butcher with a quick heal with Uther, with that Q and W heal on Butcher, and then using body blocks and Hammer of Justice to peel once again.
Trying to rotate from lane to lane. Yeah, mine. Sorry, Zarmony. You're going to base for a little bit, get yourself some mana back, and then keep that going hard. Bruiser camp towards the bottom, now opened up once again. There is the potential here. With those two forts down, it's much easier for Navi to start stealing the enemy's Bruiser camp on their side of the map. But so far, they're just going to take the Khazra up towards the top and the bottom.
Now, you saw that Muradin was slightly in the middle there, trying to clean up toxic nests. Right now, there isn't any danger for him, but later, when they're fighting in the middle again, it's like kind of mopping with the tap open. There are so many nests being planted down by Abathur. He's so annoying, always damaging and slowing you down. But the problem is, he's gonna keep putting more ones, as he has a very short cooldown with that talent tree.
And this is the kind of build from Abathur that takes great coordination from all the people. Yeah, look at what they're doing. They were slowly delaying that out, waiting for, you know, it to get closer towards an Immortal actually popping. Likewise, also knowing when your opponents are going to take their Bruiser camp is very important. Taking it almost exactly the same time.
Yeah, now it's going to cancel out that Siege camp there at the top. It's probably going to win because it's going to keep summoning new doggies there, new Fellhounds.
Yeah.
And that is a little... Abathur can always add his firepower there as well.
Uh-oh.
Anytime a trap here.
Yeah, and also some toxicness set up around this. Zarmony, ADRD and Arthuro don't quite know exactly where they are. They are worried. You can see it in them. There's Lamb to the Slaughter, trying to catch the rotation on around. It must have been spotted by a toxic nest there for them to try something like that.
Yeah, a little bit of a whiffed Lamb to the Slaughter there. On a 50-second cooldown now. With the Immortal spawning in 40 seconds, that should give a little bit more confidence for Team Dignitas to start working away at the opponent's Immortal, maybe.
Whenever I see Lamb to the Slaughter hit, I always think back to Jurassic Park. That poor little goat in the T-Rex paddock.
Oh,
the poor little goat.
Cry every time.
Right now, Dignitas has got to be careful not to be the goat in the T-Rex paddock. That's the one most important thing for them to try and make sure that they do stay alive here.
Phoenix goes down preemptively as they're actually defending the Immortal. I have to question the wisdom of that a little bit, because it's quite an important heroic to add damage. Had they used it in the attack, it would have had a secondary purpose of attacking the opponent's Immortal, but defensively, it just kind of got wasted, just like Butcher's. It's going to be 20 seconds till it comes up.
They know. Look at this. Dignitas is playing safe as possible because they know always waiting in the wings is the Butcher, waiting to try and flank, try and get those choice pickoffs.
Oh,
here they come. Oh, this could be really, really bad here. Stitch is already caught. He doesn't really have many defensive cooldowns. That's a great combo coming out of Alex Pro G there from the first off. Lamp to the slaughter goes down on the Kael'thas on the left-hand side, and Venom as well. They're going to blow Kael'thas up under the pressure of that. It's double Butcher as well. Ultimate Evolution's just gone down from Shrimpy here, so it's going to be double charges with those Butchers going on. Good stun there from Arthur, but Karasim on the right-hand side is going to go down. He got disconnected from his team, and he will be blown up.
Oh, that flank was so well done by Na'Vi there. Getting the Nazebo there from behind as Dignitas was spreading their attention between clearing wave and trying to be in a safe position, but they did not anticipate that. Na'Vi is thinking one level ahead of them.
Amazing stuff so far from Na'Vi. They have got 12 kills against 3 here, showing their superiority at the moment here in the European scene. And what prep, what a fantastic preparation. Even just Gust alone there is enough for them to secure a full Shields Immortal. They are absolutely tearing this tournament apart.
Wow, Falstad has already shown 3 uses of Mighty Gust, either using it to get a bit more time on the Immortal or pushing other people away or splitting the enemy from their positions. Such a creative heroic, and keep in mind that after you blow back the enemy, they are also slowed momentarily, so it will take a little bit longer to get away. If they happen to actually land upon one of Toxic Ness from Abathur, that is even an exacerbated effect.
It's beautiful to the point where I'm thinking to myself, if I'm ever playing in a team situation, why would I ever go for Hinterland's Blast? This is just great combination.
Adding a paltry 800 damage on multiple targets.
But the control, the strategy behind all of this. Na'Vi has come into this tournament more prepared clearly than anybody else so far. And right now Dignitas is feeling the pain of that, as another tower is going to be taken down there, and they are pushing on against the still half shields on this Immortal. Na'Vi just, even the talent advantage is so strong for them here.
Love Kerrigan's level 13 pick here, Eviscerate. 40% more range on her Q, on her Ravage, so she can jump in from an unexpectedly far places on any target that they want to attack. Look for Butcher to try and get a lamp to the slot here. Second, Kerrigan has been summoned. Shrimpy jumping in here.
Got a combination onto him as well. They don't matter what they get this arm, and they're going to try and push them away there. Divine Farm's already been put down on towards him, but it doesn't actually pop. It doesn't pop there. There's Shrimpy also with the ultimate evolution there to try and put some more pressure on, but they don't manage to get the kill, but they did get the keep.
Yeah, that's all they needed. The rest was kind of a hopeful bonus there, try and get some people. You saw that combination now. Lamp to the slaughter, lock one down. Only he will be safe from the impending weather conditions. Everyone got pushed away. They got that one pinned in place, but it wasn't enough this time. However, they have a keep. And time is working against Team Dignitas. Very much so, because this Abathur continues to pile on pressure with the Locust, with his ability to soak experience that would, under normal conditions, be too dangerous to be that far out in the lane. But his Symbiote is giving him that power.
And also the map presence really of something like Ethernal on a Falstad allows him to be in great positions to grab himself an easy camp a lot quicker, as he can just fly straight on up there, get in the right spot, and wait for his team to come along after he's done some extra damage.
And I gotta tell you, Kalaris, I love this competition. If I look at this list here for Na'Vi, I think, where do I find myself? Am I in a random game on the internet where I got a shafted composition? It's like, we have to actually make this comp work?
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's try then. But they are actually choosing it on the biggest stage that they've played yet in Heroes of the Storm, here in the RTB Road to BlizzCon 2015 EU Grand Finals.
What's there to say other than that they're on another level right now compared to the competition here in the European scene? Na'Vi really running away with it.
And even a minefield.
Exactly. How are you supposed to move around here? They clean up one, they know it's there. it's like a foregone conclusion at this point, but they're about to approach level 16. This is an opportunity, once they do get that, where they could have some staying power in this game.
Yeah, they're going to get Stone Skin, Stone Form on Arthas and Murden respectively. Kael'thas is going to have Arcane Barrier. Nazebo already has Ice Block, and we're going to get that Circle of Life, or potentially Soothing Breeze here from Kharazim. Now he goes for Circle of Life for the additional healing.
Yeah, very important. Of course, you could make a case for Soothing Breeze, considering trying to cleanse out some of those
slows, but of course the problem is it doesn't remove the stuns, and that's a pretty big part of Kerrigan's kit here, and Uther and Butcher as well.
All right, well, for now, they're just going to back off from this. Navi now knows that they don't need to be too keen about going for a fight just yet. That bottom lane is always going to be pushing, thanks to the fact that the keep is down. They're just going to look for maybe a flank here, something like that. You can already see JPL down towards the bottom, positioning himself.
Kerrigan from the top, Butcher from the bottom. It's a pincer attack.
Oh, they're going to try and jump in more towards Snitch here. Here comes the charge. JPL actually cancels it and goes on to ADRD. Look at the refocus there from JPL. He does have a bomb on him, and Zamini's going to end up falling. There's Divine Palm though onto Zamini. Very important to be able to save him during all of that. Shrimpy's quite far forwards with his ultimate evolution. Doesn't really matter too much. The focus fire was being forced from, and when he's seeing Arthur's already end up going down there, despite the wall, it wasn't enough to be able to save him. And here comes the charge in again on towards JPL, blowing up another member there. Kerrigan's going to end up falling, and Bakery's trying to hold the line at the front. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Navi once again.
But this was a really good fight by Team Dignitas. I think they did really well, and still Navi comes back in there for the second kill. Evolution is taken down. Zombie wall is dodged by JPL. Butcher going to go back to safety here as the fight continues a little bit. Falstad using the barrel roll to get away there. Team Dignitas did a really good fight, I think, and still they were down 2 levels and it didn't go exactly their way. Very nice Divine Palm there on Arthas, keeping him alive for as long as he did. Great play there. Well, as it goes on, we see pressure starting to pile on here by Natus Vincere on Dignitas' Immortal.
And because it's on their side of the map, they're effectively defending their Immortal whilst putting on pressure to Dignitas's with the way these positions have worked out in that instance. But also still, the mines around these edges means it's hard for Dignitas to really go anywhere without being spotted, without being left vulnerable. Even still, look at the spiders being thrown always into these little pockets. You would almost never see that in a game unless you're going up against this kind of build from Abathur.
Yeah, the thing is, you know where the mines are going to be because it makes sense to put them at all. Oh, hold that thought. ADRD gonna get attacked here. Oh man, oh man, oh man. JPL finding some fresh meat there in ADRD's Kel'Thas.
And Zamini going to end up going very, very low. There's the combo on towards him. They actually pick him up there. Bakery's going to be able to dart on out with Radiant Dash, but that is another big victory here for Navi. They're approaching level 20 and they've been able to now reposition these Immortals.
Wow, what an explosive game here. What show of dominance here by Natus Vincere. I'm sure they didn't mean to disrespect their opponent, but it's almost like their play is speaking for themselves. Like, even this composition, I'm not saying it's bad. In fact, it is working out really, really well. And it's a great view into the future of Heroes of the Storm as more heroes are going to be added and as more hero compositions are being dared to be tried out. But still, to use this here against Team Dignitas, what a wonderful show for the fans, the commentators, and everyone alike.
Yeah, it's great. I'm so happy to see these games coming out from Navi here. As much as the Brit inside me is saying, come on Dignitas, give us some more games. Navi is just showing an absolute masterclass of Heroes of the Storm at the moment. Such a privilege.
And if they do win this, no one could say they didn't deserve it. A 10-0 score would be on their record as Navi here is pushing in with the Immortal. The final remaining keep for Team Dignitas, 2 levels down. Let's see if they can resist the onslaught here.
This is a lot of power coming in through the Immortal level 20s here with Hive Mind, Redemption. We're seeing double blinks and also Nexus Frenzy coming out here from the Falstad. He took a lot of damage there though from that. And look how far Shrimpy is forwards, pushing the opposite lane as well as trying to soak up any experience that does go forwards. This is a very, very scary predicament here for Navi. If they lose 1 or 2 members at the start of all of this, it could go completely awry. There's the Lamps of the Slaughter. Are they going to use this opportunity to charge on in? Kel'Thas trying to move on away from all of it. There's the Gust as well. Don't get any opportunity to blow anybody up during all of that though, as still though they've lost themselves the keep, and Shrimpy on the left hand side here with the ultimate evolution is really putting on the pressure.
Yeah, all of the abilities were missed by Natus Vincere, but here they're going in again. Divine Shield on the core.
And looks like this could be it here. They're going to right click onto the core. Is this Navi taking the clean sweep? I think it is. Navi knows they've done it. They have been able to bring